The hit cousins of the Royal Melbourne show have been having issues as of late, with ever-lowering attendance and volunteer involvement. The question emerges, if these country shows fall down, what will happen to the communities that host them? To discuss this issue, we thought it was time to dust off and bring to the desk our country bumpkin Toby to explain.
Thanks for having me, Laura.
Now Toby, this issue is a complex one. What is the explanation behind it?
Well, Laura, I think what you'll find is that the issue is that red tape and bureaucracy is holding volunteers and vendors back, which is compounded by the decreasing share of Aussies who live in rural areas. This is hit after hit after hit on rural communities. Oh please. The decrease in the share of Australians living in rural communities is due to population growth and migration in major cities outpacing the population growth of rural communities. But if you acknowledge that rural populations are increasing, albeit slower, then you must admit that something, like paperwork requirements, are driving down volunteers. Can't it just be that times are changing? But the issue of a lack of volunteers persists. Shows are so desperate for volunteers that some have seen a years-long waiting list turned into a 10-minute acceptance. The decrease is thought to be caused by a generational shift in cost of living pressures. When the threat to local shows was reported in October, it was argued that people are not joining service clubs like previous generations, hence the lack of volunteers. But if we start here, where do we stop? Huh? Are they going to make us put airbags in the Dodgem cars? Add breathing holes to Zorb balls? Actually start tightening all the bolts on the swirly-whirly death roller coaster? Wait, do you mean to tell me you haven't been properly tightening the bolts? What I'm saying is it's a slippery-dippery slope, and one day soon enough we're going to have to provide a 3-point harness for it. But safety is important. Take the working with children's check. If somebody at your show is complaining about needing to get one, they probably shouldn't be let near a show all about family fun. Yeah, Laura, it's much more than confusing than complicated, I'd say. Really, it's tricky.
Thank you, Toby. It's good news for Catholics this week.
Thank you, Laura.
Let's try and pull the program back together now as we check up on a developing story coming out of the home country.